Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so before you leave. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this video, and make sure to share on all your social media networks. So, welcome back, guys. It is so exciting to be in front of the camera once more. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. I had a great Sunday. Sundays are always great, right? Don't you love Sunday? It's a beautiful day. It is. All right. Okay, let's get right into the video here. All right. So I know all of you have heard this story this past week about Raven-Symoné not liking black sounding names. Okay, shame on you, Raven. So, so Raven doesn't like the black sounding names, and so I have a few notes here that I prepared. Okay, so I was looking on CNN.com. So she's one of the co-hosts on The View now. Okay, so she's on The View, and she does she does a show. They do a show. They do a segment about judging people based on their names. So Raven says she would never hire someone with a name like Watermelon Drea. Okay. And that name came from a clip that they played during the segment, during the actual show, from the popular YouTube video, The Top 60 Ghetto Black Names. Okay. So they played that clip, and Watermelon Drea came number 12 on the list. And so Simone feels it isn't necessarily racist to judge people based on their names. It's just discriminatory. So she went on to say that I'm not going to hire you if your name is Watermelon Drea. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to hire you. Okay, so her co-host didn't really retort too much. She didn't really say too much after that, which kind of prompted her to say, well, is that mean? So I guess she kind of was left out on the limb, crickets. People looking like, oh, okay, because it's kind of an awkward moment, right? A lot of tension there. People were kind of figure out, well, trying to let it sink in, trying to figure out, well, how, what to say after she makes a mark like that. And so her comments basically caused a social media outrage storm to occur thereafter. And Ebony Magazine, the senior writer, Jamila Lemieux, she pointed out that the implications of of dehumanizing people based on their names. So she says the whole world is trying to tear us apart, and you want to discount the value of some other black person because she too has a black name, Raven hyphen alternate spelling Simone. You got the nerve, Lemieux wrote. So she was pretty much over it. Okay, she wasn't here for it. Okay. And she also went on to say, Miss Lemieux she went on to say that whether a person is named Imani or Shatasha or whatever it is, or Naima, that more worth it. Your worth is not greater than theirs. So if I look at a two job applications as an employer, and I'm like, okay, Naima Jackson, Shatasha Johnson or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I keep Imani, but I throw out Shatasha's just automatically. And Shatasha could have way more skills than Imani. She could be like had the potential to be my top CEO of the company. This girl could have like math skills out the wazoo. She could just be the best for the job, but I'm going to toss her application automatically because her name is Shatasha. So we had to think about what are you doing here when you're looking at these people's names, when you judge people for their names, which also we're all not responsible. Just like we're not responsible for our race, we're also not responsible for our names either. David, get the door! So we're also not responsible for our names as well because our parents name us, so we're not really responsible for that. It's kind of hard to blame somebody. Your name is Shatasha, your name is Deontrica, whatever, Diagenesia. It's like, well, I'm sorry, damn it, but hey, I was a baby. I wasn't responsible for that. I didn't know what was going on. Excuse the bleep out of me, but I need a job. But you can't always do that. You can't always look at these names and assume that this person gonna be ghetto, they're gonna be hood rat, they're not gonna be worth anything. So that's not fair. Then we actually talked about that in college. I took like a race relations type of class when I was back in college, and my teacher, she was a white woman, but she was really good. She knew so much about the subject. She's really good, and she went in on that. And we talked about that, how what's more likely to happen in these different situations with dealing with employers when you look at black name or black sounding names. We talked about this very subject. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And then now here, a few years later, when I'm out of college, you have Raven-Symone, a black woman, discriminated against other black, women or black people, more probably women, in this case, I would say, but probably just black people in general. She doesn't like black sounding names, period. I don't even think there was a gender specified, but just she doesn't like a black sounding name, period. Okay, so her father actually spoke out too, which I thought was kind of funny. So I just saw that today on usweekly.com. I just saw it. So a father spoke on it, and his name is Christopher B. Pierman. So he wrote an open letter on Facebook, and I will post that link below so you guys can go and look at it too on the Us Weekly site. So he spoke in and he said that he admitted that his daughter made an inexcusable gaffe, and he quotes that she is a grown ass woman making grown ass mistakes, and we all have been guilty of such. And he says that his daughter is actually a very sweethearted, loving human being, even if she says some dumb shit. That is his quote directly. So shout out to you, Miss Pierre, for defending your daughter, because every parent has to go to battle and defend their children, whether or not the child is actually wrong. But he defended her, but he didn't excuse her. So that was really cool. That he stepped in as, he's her dad, so of course what do you expect, right? But yeah, Miss Simone, I guess it's hard to demonize people for their personal viewpoint. I mean, that's her viewpoint. Then it just is, that's her opinion. I guess I expected more of her, or more from her, that she would wouldn't feel such a way, that her mind would be more, I guess, on a different level. It'd be kind of above something as simple as, hey mom. Yeah, I thought she'd be more, just develop, more past that point, because the whole simple thing of, oh, your name is Natashiana or something, so automatically I don't like you, or I wouldn't hire you or whatever. So I don't know. I just know that if your name is Shatasha, Watermelon Andrea, or whatever any names, do not try to work for Miss Simone, because she clearly is not going to hire you. I would advise you to apply. Okay, so I guess anybody who's that had names like that, who doesn't think about working with her, do not work for her at all. You can't work for her, even if you try. So I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. I think it's a little unfair. I think it's a little immature of her. I expected so much more. Raven-Symoné, come on, and her name is kind of like a black, ish kind of name. I'm like, you have a very unique kind of name yourself. So what if people didn't give you a chance because your name was Raven-Symoné? Then what would you be? And to look at how far you gotten, you went from the Cosby Show to having your own show, and you had a spot on Empire recently. You're so blessed. You went places that even some of your co-stars may not have gotten. You gotten further along than just anybody or any other child star. Or, come on. How in the world could you make a statement such as that? I wouldn't hire someone because their name is thus. Come on. You don't want to be that type of person. You just turn your back completely on your community because you've gotten so high up. So now you can put your nose at other, people who are trying to make it, who may have a name that doesn't sound, like a Becky or Amy or Michelle or whatever. To say something like that is just, yeah, it's a little wrong. I think so. I think that statements like that shouldn't be made at all. So I think you probably need to spend some time alone with yourself and just really look at your comments and think about people you hurt, people you offended. You may have a girl named Natasha following you who likes you, and now I guess you lost her now. I mean, think about how you hurt people with those comments. So I think you probably need to take some time with yourself and think about what what that means and what are you actually saying. Just think about the effect you have on people. I mean, come on now. Like, it's not necessary at all. So, yeah, do I agree with her? No. No, I know I don't agree with her statement. It's not the name. And then even Shakespeare said, what's in the name? What's in the name? Nothing. Because you can tell from a name. That's just like somebody basing your attributes off your skin color. You can't tell things by that. You have to talk to a person. It's their personality. It's their maybe education or whatever. Then you can go and figure out how you want to go about dealing with that person. You're not use names or race or sex or silly little attributes like that or sexual orientation or whatever it is. These are things about a person we don't need to use because they'll always mislead us and lead us astray. Hey, food for thought. Anyway, other than that, that's all I want to come here and talk about today. I'm gonna drop the link below for you all for Us Weekly, so you can go and see like her father's letter and see like some of the quotes that he left. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely thumbs up. Make sure you share the video on all your social media networks. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.